Have you ever wanted to own a home on acreage in Greater Prescott, Arizona? Well, I'm going to tell you everything you need to know about acreage property, including wells and water and septic systems and what to expect. So join me right here on MovEnomics. Hi, and welcome to MovEnomics. I'm Peter Fife with Coldwell Banker Northland in beautiful Prescott, Arizona, where Prescott is everybody's hometown. And we'd love to make it your hometown too. You know, I get questions all the time about, I want a house on acreage. Well, let's do a deep dive into acreage and what you can expect in the Greater Prescott area, where those acreage properties might be, and some things to look out for. Okay. Here we go. First of all, acreage properties are always going to cost more money. Why? Because they're on acreage. So if you're expecting to get a property on a couple acres of land, you better have at least $600,000 for starters. And that's for starters. And they go up from there. And depending on your size, etc., it's going to go way up. Okay. But generally between 600 and a million, you'd say 80% of the houses in the area fall in that category, just under $1 million, except for Williamson Valley, probably 50% go between $1 million and $1.5 million. First of all, in Prescott, the acreage properties are going to be up Williamson Valley. Williamson Valley is still considered to be Prescott, and it's just a road called Williamson Valley. You go anywhere from, you can be as close as 15 minutes to town, and as far as about 40 minutes to downtown. The average for any acreage property anywhere is going to be 25 minutes. That's pretty much your go-to. So if you want properties on acreage, you better plan on a 20 to 25 minute drive into downtown Prescott. Remember when we talked about traffic? We have no traffic, so it's pretty fast. It might be 10 or 15 miles, but who cares? You're going 60 miles an hour mostly, and there's not much traffic. So you can get there generally within 20 to 25 minutes to most of your shopping. You're never going to be more than 40 minutes away from anywhere, no matter where you live, okay? So the Williamson Valley properties on acreage, 90% of the homes above $1 million in the Greater Prescott area are located up Williamson Valley. So if you're looking for a high-end home on acreage and you want to have good support, Williamson Valley has the most support. Now, that doesn't mean you're not going to find $1 million properties in Prescott Valley or Dewey or Chino for that matter, but that is the deepest concentration of larger homes. Number two, let's talk about Prescott Valley. Prescott Valley acreage properties are located in the north section of Prescott Valley, just north of 89A. And there's three major roads that go into that North Prescott Valley. There's Viewpoint, which turns to Chino Valley. There is Antelope Meadows, Antelope Drive, which is in the middle, and then the one on the right is Coyote Springs. Then you can take another road up a little farther to the east, which is 89 going towards Jerome. There's a lot of nice, flat, good horse property land there. Generally, the wells, we'll talk about wells later on, but generally they're fairly good in that area, and it's just nice and flat land. So it's great for RV garages, it's great for horses, it's great for animals, and that's where your concentration of acreage properties are. You can be as close as, again, 15 minutes, and as far as about 30. You're never going to be more than 30 minutes away in the Prescott Valley acreage property. Dewey. Now, Dewey's a little more hilly. It feels more like Prescott. There is many acreage properties there. Not as flat. You do have some flat areas, but not as many. Okay, so if you're a horse lover, it's a little more difficult. But the prices are cheaper in Dewey. You're still closer, but it's cheaper. A lot of manufactured homes, though, in Dewey, probably 50-50. Half of them are manufactured homes, half of them are site-built homes. So that's kind of Dewey for you. Dewey, remember, as a population, they only have about 2,000 people, 2,000 to 5,000 people max. Not a whole lot. All of your commercials in Prescott Valley. So you're going to go from Dewey to Prescott Valley. Now, Chino Valley. Chino Valley has a good mix. You can go from the far east end over in Haystack Ranches, 8-acre minimums, really good horse property, but it's going to be a dirt road. To the west side of Chino Valley, some of them are paved roads, pretty up to it, but I would say 80% of the horse properties in Chino Valley are going to have dirt roads. Again, cheaper price, but decent. Good wells, depending on where you're at. Some areas are not so hot. You really, really, really need to have an expert guiding you when you're buying anything on acreage, because there's a lot to know. So that kind of summarizes it. Paulden also has some really good horse properties. Actually, I will talk about Paulden really quick. Paulden is 10 minutes to the north of Chino Valley, about 40 to 45 minutes from downtown Prescott. There is one section in Paulden that's really notable. If it's down by the Verde River, great views, really good horse properties, super good wells, and really nice custom homes in there. It's kind of a forgotten little area. Sometimes people from the local area say, Paulden, oh, it's kind of, redneck, don't love it so much. But that area right there in Rolling Hills is a great little area. And you got some great horse riding, and you can just take your horse, go out your yard, hit the trails on the Verde River and take it for miles and miles and miles. So that's a really nice area to ride. Also, I will add this back to Williamson Valley. Williamson Valley is a great place to ride if you're a horse person for acreage, because there's a lot of trails, especially on the west side of Williamson Valley, like American Ranch, best riding in town probably. You can just get on your horse, go out the back, take a trail, hit it all the way up in the mountains, and can ride almost forever. There's a thing called the Loop, which will take you all the way around the Quad City areas. It's 110 miles long. It would take you quite a while to do it. But if you're a serious horseback rider and want to do some serious trail riding, that's a great way to go. We just covered acreage properties in the Greater Prescott area, and there is so much more to know. We've only scratched the surface. So make sure you give me a call at 928-636-7000 or email me at peter@listingprescott.com, and make sure that you like me on Facebook, follow me on X, and subscribe to my YouTube channel so that we can be besties, because nobody knows this area like I do. Thank you for watching MovEnomics, and make sure you look at all my other great videos.
Everyone knows the power of social media and the impact a strong online presence has in this day and age. But most real estate agents simply do not have the time to manage all the advertising and marketing details, and that's where the Power Is Now Media steps in. We are the answer you have been looking for. Let us help put your brand on the map. We will create customized graphics for weekly full-page ads, social media content, video, and podcast content for you. Sound complicated and expensive? It is affordable and easy. We have the best experts on the job. Go to thepowerisnow.com and find us under the VIP Agent tab to learn more. This is the future of real estate. Join today. thepowerisnow.com.